Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tabitha and we are overcoming everything here. Today we're going to have a conversation about the importance of forgiveness when you're trying to manifest an ex back or anyone in your life that may have hurt you in the past. So let's get into it. Now, I've been away for probably a week, week and a half. I got a little bit under the weather when I went out of town for my birthday to see my daughter. But I am back, have a little bit of the sniffles, maybe a little bit of coughing, but definitely feeling better. But while I was away, I got a lot of time by myself, and it gave me a lot of time to listen to some things, go over some different manifestation laws or just laws of the universe that I was interested in. And one of the laws that came up was the law of forgiveness. Now, if you are somebody who has gone through it with an ex or maybe a family member, a friend, a coworker, anybody in your life who's maybe caused you some pain, whether they meant to do it or not in the past, it's going to be a little bit harder for us to take in that manifestation without having the anxiety of knowing what was done to us or how something that they did made us feel. So it was such a slap on the wrist for me when I came across Brian Scott's video on the law of forgiveness, because there are people in my life that I would like to manifest back into my life and have manifested probably more than once. But it always came down to I couldn't get over my own anxiety about them hurting me again, or about letting them in, or forcing them to apologize or say they're sorry or come back on their hands and knees groveling. Those are the things that we tend to want to manifest when it comes to somebody that hurt us. Now, especially in the case of an ex. Now, your situation may be that you were in a dynamic where you weren't prioritized, or you could have been in a dynamic where you were cheated on, or you could have been in a dynamic where you just weren't put up on a pedestal and treated like the queen or king that you are. So we have these memories, and when we're trying to manifest someone into our life again, it's hard to get past those old limiting beliefs of they did this to me. And we get into watching things online and, oh, you need to be treated this way and walk away. But when you love somebody, you just love them. And you may find that your love for them is a different kind of love than what you had before, if it's an ex. Just giving forgiveness could change something within you as well. So when I was watching Brian Scott's video on the law of forgiveness, I took it very, very seriously. And I was like, okay, because I do have a loved one in my life that I've manifested multiple times to come close, but then also they would, go away in the past. But I was holding grudges, whether I want to believe it or not. I'm doing all these manifestation techniques, but I was holding grudges against them. So even when I'm robotically affirming, which works, you can bring somebody into your life. Visualizing can bring somebody back into your life. Thought transmission can bring somebody back into your life. All of these things can bring people back into your life, but how are you going to sustain that if your inner state is always going to be on what they did to me? Nobody wants to be reminded constantly of what they did to you. And some people are afraid to say they're sorry. But does that mean that they're not sorry? It really doesn't. They just may not want to bring it up. Maybe it hurts them to talk about it. Maybe they know if they talk about it, you're just going to be angry at them. You're going to dig at them. You're going to push. And this is me, okay? This is me. I dig. Okay? I want to know why. I'm so analytical about everything. Why did you do this? What was the cause? What was the reason why you did this? I haven't heard from you in months. You know, these things. And when he got to the end of his video, Brian Scott, the whole video was basically on allowing yourself to be free. And haven't we all heard this cliche before? Oh, it's not for them, it's for you. Your freedom is for you and not for them. Your forgiveness is for you and not for them, okay? We hear it, but do we take it into consideration when we're manifesting? But at this point, I feel like when you're alone sometimes you get to where you start really thinking about things. And recovering from surgery, that leaves you alone a lot because, you know, you can't go out and be in the real world with everybody else. So I was in a situation where I was kind of stuck, and then I wasn't feeling good for a few days. So even going outside to walk was hard. And that anxiety and that nervousness just came over me. And I was just tired of it, you guys. Just tired of feeling that anxiety for not being able to manifest the reconciliation with this person in my life. So that video couldn't have come at a more perfect time. And what he has you do at the end, what he tells you, here's what you can do. And there's, I'm sure, many different ways that you can do it, is he has you write out or say, for me, I wrote it out, basically an act of forgiveness towards that other person. That other person does not need to know that you're doing this. Now, if the other person is in your life on an everyday basis, and you have this dynamic where you could go to them and you could, you know, say, hey, I forgive you, then that's a different story. You can actually go up to them and tell them. But in my situation, this person is not in my everyday life, okay? So for me, I had to write it out. And that's perfect for me because my goal was to release myself and release them. And it made me tear up when I realized how much I was holding on to what you did to me. But there were also so many good things. And don't we just forget about the good things when we're holding on to everything bad that was done to us? So all these techniques that I was doing, all these robotic affirmations, all these visualizations, they were beautiful. But even when I was doing them, I was having anxiety and I couldn't just feel good about it. How in the heck are you going to feel good about something that makes you feel bad? And you feel bad because you're holding on to pain. You do. You feel bad because you're holding on to this pain that they either cause you on purpose, which is probably doubtful. Usually what people do, it's on them, not on you. So, what you need to do is you need to stop what you're doing, stop all the affirmations, stop all of everything, and just go straight into forgiveness. Start there. Relieve yourself first. And here is the script that was given to me in the video. And you guys can go back and look at Brian Scott, Law of Forgiveness, and it will definitely make you feel like that's what you need to do. So here is the script, and maybe you can change the words up a little bit. I put the person's name, and I added a few things because there were other family members that were involved. So I did add some things to mine, but I'm going to read it to you the way that he said it as best as I can, okay? Use your person's name. I forgive you completely and freely. I release you and let you go. So far as I'm concerned, what happened between us is finished forever. I wish the best for you. I wish for your highest good. I hold you in the light. I am free and you are free, and all again is well between us. Peace be with you now. And I added a thank you at the end. When I did that, it felt so good because I felt like I was loving that person But I also felt like I was loving myself and giving myself the opportunity to let go. And when people talk about letting go, this is how you do it right here. When other YouTubers talk about letting go and they make it such a big deal, when it comes to an ex specifically, or when it comes to a family member or a friend who's hurt you specifically, letting go means letting go of everything negative that happened between you. And when you do that, you will have such a peace over you. Now, there is a chance that it may pop up again, but if you're invested in wanting that feeling to go away, just saying these words, and again, it's I forgive you completely and freely. I release you and let you go. So far as I'm concerned, what happened between us is finished forever. I wish the best for you. I wish for your highest good. I hold you in the light. I am free and you are free, and all again is well between us. Peace be with you now. Thank you. How can you not feel good after reading that? After writing that? Now, you could also do one for yourself if you've hurt somebody else. You could change those words around. Everyone forgives me completely and freely. They release me and let me go. As far as they are concerned, whatever incident that happened between us is finished forever. They wish the best for me and my highest good. They hold me in the light. They are free and I am free, and all again is well between us. Peace be with us. So you can also manifest your own forgiveness if you've been holding yourself accountable over and over and feeling guilty about something maybe that you did, or the way that you acted. You were too codependent, or you were too independent. You can free yourself as well. And once you start feeling that anxiety that you have, that resistance that you have, I'm telling you, it goes away. And it goes away so fast. And I'm happy to say, once I did this and then had maybe 3 or 4 days where I just felt good about it, I was still doing my affirmations. I was still doing my scripting. But I felt so free. There was no anxiety, no resistance, no nervousness within me. That's what's so crazy about it. It was gone. And I just knew everything was better at that point. It's better because it's better inside of me. That's why in the law of assumption community, we say everyone is you pushed out. That's why in the law of assumption community, we push self-concept. Because inside yourself, if you can't feel good, how do you expect to push that out into the world about feeling good? And how are you going to receive that person when they are back in your life? How? You are going to hold them in contempt. So let's try this week. And what I want to see is your success stories, guys. I really want to see, once you've done this, how you feel. And go to Brian Scott's video. Please watch his Law of Forgiveness video. Now, I'm one of those people where, like, if I'm taking a shower, I love to take long showers, So I will put a video on and just listen to it while I'm doing that. And that's what I did, because his videos do tend to be long, but I just love listening to his voice. It's very soothing. So that's what I did. I recommend that you do that. If you are serious about changing the dynamic between you and your ex or your family member or a friend who has hurt you, that's going to be the way to do it, guys. Now, once again, I'm happy to say, after I did this, I also started some robotic affirming, and I was able to do that. They say to be delusional, but I didn't feel delusional at all. I felt like, okay, this is real, and this is going to happen. We are going to be okay. We are going to be friendly again. So I got up one day, and I'll do a video on robotic affirming again, but I got up one day after doing, my robotic affirmations, and ever since I started doing those, I'm like, it doesn't really matter what I'm seeing because I see nothing. I'm nowhere near this person, okay? I am nowhere near them. I have no idea what's going on in their life every day. All I know is that I know they're going to be in touch with me. And we're going to be okay because I feel good already. And so I got up one day and I was like, I just felt like acting as if like this person was already in my life. So I got up that day, and remember, I just had surgery, so I don't usually, get dressed, put on makeup or anything like that. But I was like, what if today's the day that I see this person and we have a friendly conversation? What if I just happen to see them? And again, they live nowhere near me, so how in the world could that possibly happen? I don't run into them in my everyday life, but I did want to be, reconciled and over, what was going on between us. So that day I just got up, got dressed, and I wanted to just feel good about myself that day. And I just had this feeling of knowing. It was crazy. I was just like, today is a great day. I'm doing all these affirmations. I went and got my son to take him to go look for a job and stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to go run around town with him today. And in the midst of almost when I was finishing with him running around town, I get the message. I get the message from this person, and I didn't know how to respond at first. And I didn't feel like anxious, like I needed to respond right away like I normally do. Like, I was like, let me think about this. Like, what do I say? I'm confused. Like, I'm not confused, but I don't know what to say. I don't know how to handle this because I normally handle it with anxiety. So when I responded to the person, finally, they wanted to, get in touch with me that day and maybe have me swing by. And it is a long drive, but we ended up getting to talk and spend some time together, and nothing was brought up about any of this stuff that happened. It was just us being friendly again. And none of the stuff that was in the past got brought up at all. And I didn't feel the need to bring it up because, when you are hurt by somebody, you want to bring it up and you want to bring it up and you want to bring it up. You want to keep talking about it. I didn't feel that need. I already released it. I already let it go. And there's no doubt in my mind that we will be back in touch again, that things are going to be as if nothing ever happened between us that was negative, and we're good from here. So I am manifesting some changes in this person's life as well, and some people around them, some family members. So I'm working on that as a completely free person who has forgiven him, who has forgiven the people around, the rest of the family members. And I am completely content with how things are right now. And I wish the best for this person. Anyway, I trust that this video has fulfilled its intended purpose, which is to show you that you are the operant power. It starts with you, and it starts with you letting go and forgiving. Let go, forgive, and then I want to know how you feel once you've really released yourself from that pain. Release yourself. It isn't for them. It is for you. And then on top of it, the added benefit is you've released them. You don't have to keep torturing them with the same conversation, with the same thought pattern. You're not resisting them. You're ready for them to come into you. You're ready for them to be with you. You're ready for them to be back into your life because you're not resisting them. You're not pushing them away. You're open to whatever comes from them. And that's not going to be anger, and that's not going to be resistance from them because everyone is you pushed out. So you're no longer resisting and they're no longer resisting. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? All right, guys, that is my video for today. Again, please like, share, subscribe, but I want to truly hear about how forgiveness changes you and your situation. You first, you come first. Let me know down in the comment section. I want to know. All right. You guys be blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for being here. Bye-bye.